Alright, good morning. Well, today I'm getting out here kind of late, but oh, look.
I'm here today.
Eliana's here today. But I'm gonna convert my 2 coops into one. Okay, 1 coop. Actually, they were made to be 2 breeder coops in a way, but it's just not working out. Like when they start brooding in here and I take them out and move them, they don't sit on them anymore. So I just gotta take the eggs out and incubate them. But anyway, so I gotta set up their water situation. So I'm making another one of these here. See that with the water on it? So it's actually 40 inches. I forgot what it is the other way, but you just take a hang on. I took an 8-foot stud, okay, and I cut 2 40s, and then there's a 16-inch piece in the middle, and you cut that in half, so that's 8s. So I'm gonna make a square out of that, and I'm gonna put the ½ inch or the 1/4 inch, whatever this size wire right here. I'm gonna put it on it, and that's what I can connect the cups to. I gotta have that kind of wire to hook those cups. Okay? Huh?
Remember we had extra hair some up there.
Yeah, I got some. Yeah. So, all right, guys. So that's what I'm gonna work on right now. So let me just set the camera up. You can watch me put this together. I already cut the pieces. But what I'm gonna do? I'm a pocket screw the pieces together, and this is what a lot of people like to see this. It's pretty cool. I mean, when I first learned about it, it was cool, but you know, I build cabinets for a living, so this was a way that we put cabinets together. So for me, I've been seeing this a long time. But anyway, so I have this little set here by Kreg. It's a Kreg. It's called the Kreg, and that's what you want to get, a Kreg jig. And so the way what I have,
it's got blue parts.
huh?
It's got blue parts.
I have this, which I have to. Where we at? Yeah, I gotta get this in here to be able to fit the 2x4 in here, and this is gonna make holes in the 2x4 on an angle so I can screw all this together. So let's watch. Maybe I can bring it in closer so they can see it. Huh? Okay, so I need.
This looks like a little round.
This. Alright, so I gotta go get my screws. I thought I had screws in the box here, so I gotta go get some screws. I don't know. I gotta go look for them. Meet you back here shortly. Alright, so what you do is you're gonna put your piece of wood in here, and then this is gonna hold it tight. Now, right now it's not even barely hitting the wood, so I gotta adjust this a little bit. A little more. Okay, so you want to kind of center your wood in here. Oh, I'm a little bit too tight. Hang on. Alright. And then you got this bit that comes with it. And this is going to kind of drill on a slight angle.
Did it?
See that?
Did it do it?
Wait, I'm trying to find it. It's upside down when I look at it right now. Yeah. Do it again. So this is called a pocket screw is what it is. You're drilling for pocket screws. I'm going to have 2 there, 2 here. This is going to actually go against this board, and it's going to be able to screw into it. First time you seen this, baby? Yeah. Definitely good to invest in one of these on the farm, because there's so many little projects you always got to do. You're always putting stuff together. You're always making little things, and this is just an easy way to connect it all together. All right, guys. So here's how we do this. Here's a clamp. You see how one side's big? Because that's going to go across the joint and hold the wood tight. Now I got to loosen this up so that a 2x4 will fit in here. Holds it even. Holds it together. Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, this goes here. Then I'm going to put this right here and it holds it. Then put your screws and mount them in the holes, right? Okay. Then we're going to do this. Put cabinets together in the shop.
It sticks.
Yeah.
Let me do the other side.
Yep. Then now, if you want something to last a real long time, you put some glue on your joints. Now, this is just in a chicken coop. It's not going to get rained on, nothing like that. You know. Now, you can also hold it up like this. Screw it down. This one here, let's we're gonna flip this over. Yeah, just making a frame. That's right. Alright, hold that up right there for me. There. It's not tighten a little bit, it'll definitely hold it in place. Now, you know, when you're doing cabinets, you're going to make that really as tight as you can, because you want your cabinet joints to be perfect. You don't want nothing to be out of whack. And then you're using a better wood, you're not going to have stuff that's twisting and bowing like this. This is just cheap pine from Home Depot. probably go on Creg's website and find that kit. Like I don't see that kit at Home Depot or nothing like that. Okay, they just sell little small kits. I don't remember what I paid for this. I think I bought that thing probably, I don't know, 30 years ago. You know, that's how old this is. 30 years. But because it stays boxed up, it stays in real good shape. So let me just kind of get you set up here a little bit. You can see the kit, what's involved in it, okay? Okay, there's the kit right there. Alright, so in the kit comes you have your bits for your screws. You have a long one and you have a short one here for tight spaces. Very rarely did I ever use this. The short one, very rarely. I'll probably only use it if for some reason I misplaced the big one, couldn't find it. And here's your drill bit. Now this drill bit I've been having ever since. As long as you don't hit no nails or any metal or anything, this thing is sharp and will stay sharp. Then you have your pliers. It only comes with one. Now you can always invest in a bigger one. I never did find the need to have to do that. And then the screws, you got to buy that separate. That don't come. But in here they also have, here's some spacers which I couldn't even tell you what to use them for because I've never used them before. They always just sit in here because I've always just used this. Okay. But also in here they have this, and this is that they sell this at Home Depot, where you can make two holes and you clamp this down to the wood. So I don't know exactly like where you place that on wood because I've never ever, as long as I've been having all of this stuff, I've never used any of it because I've always just used that. Now I'm sure with bigger wood and everything, you probably add stuff on to do, but I'm just been fooling with nothing bigger than a 2x4 and nothing smaller than 3/4. Huh? Yeah, this is just a storage for all of that, put that in there. So I don't really know what all that's used for, but so that's the Kreg jig set. So look, I'm not being sponsored by Kreg. They're not paying me anything to do this. I'm telling you about something that I've been using for years, that it'll actually make your life easier making doors. You know, you look at it, make these doors like this, and putting stuff together. I know I was trying to show them the door and the things low, but you can put your doors together that stay together really well. Now what I got to do to this thing is I got to put some wire on it, and I'm gonna staple the wire on with a stapler. I have an air stapler. So hold on, we're gonna show you about that. Okay, guys. Now something else. Something else you might want to invest in too. This turned out to be a little different video than I thought, but that's okay. I got this little staple gun, and of course, you gotta have your little air compressor. Now I got a fan blowing on this too. Hey, look, I've been in construction, that's why I got a lot of things. But since I've been out of construction, I sold my big compressors, got rid of a lot of stuff. I bought that little small one to carry around, and I had a staple gun that I stapled most of this together. But all the newer stuff, my staple gun had broke, and I went and purchased this. don't know, 120 bucks, real cheap, okay? But this is something good to have because on a farm we fool with wire a lot. You're always making cages. If you're fooling with wood and wire, you need staples. You don't want to sit there with a hand staple, stapling thousands of staples when you can get one of these. So we're gonna staple this onto this frame that we just made with the Kreg jig. What we're doing here, okay. Cuts in everything. So, just here. Just have some straight as I can.
of y'all have a quicker way of cutting the wire. I could get my little grinder out. I have a little grinder that I got at Harbor Freight for $10 with a metal blade. I can cut it fast. But for a small project, just so I'm not breaking things out, taking more tools out, this little thing, it was enough just to cut. I just had 2 ends to cut, you know. So I was able to start on one end and roll it out. I kept it even along the top edge, and I started on that one edge down there, right? I kept it even along the top edge, and I just had to cut the outer edge and this edge off. So this was good enough for me for today. Now, if I was doing a whole lot, I would have broke out my little $10 grinder, and I say $10 because I just recently purchased one at Harbor Freight because mine had broken, and I had been using mine for years and years with granite, so it was wore out. So anyway, all right. So you guys, now, so we got the frame with the wire complete. Ain't that nice? So that's good. So now we got to attach the cups to this, but I want to use the cups that's in the cage already. So with a little help from my helper here, we're going to get those cups out of there, get them on here, so that we can get this hooked up.
I had to take a break. I was overheated.
All right.
I was overheated.
It was overheated? Oh, okay. All right, so first thing I have to do, you guys, is I have to cut the water off because we're going to be cutting the water line. So they're not going to be without water long, because it don't take that long to do that. But see how I got this set up here? See? So I can either cut it off here or here. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off there. So now the water's cut off. See how that's bending like that? I don't like that. Might get some wire it up a little bit. Okay, so the water's cut off. All right, so the next thing I got to do is get inside here and you see I don't know if y'all can see the wire underneath the boxes. Okay, I have a splitter there going from one going here to this side and then one going the other side. I'm gonna take a loose of that splitter so I can bend that wire this way, and this is and then we're gonna take these red cups off. So let me get in here and do this. I can't run the camera while we're doing this. There's no way for me to. Alright guys, we got the water lines pulled out. It only took us 2 minutes at the most. And so instead of let me show you real close. These are really good. I used to use the ones years ago that you thread it into a pipe. Well, I came across these locally. And this fits into the screen. It fits in the screen like that, and then you have this little piece here, right there, which actually fits on the screen and sits on the top horizontal piece, and it holds it in place. And then from the back side, you use these and you screw it in. Okay. All right. So I took 2 of them off instead of having 6, so I don't have to cut every one of the pieces of hose in between. We're just going to go with the 4. Okay. All right. So I laid out the 4. That's going to be plenty. There's 8 birds in there, 2 for each one. The only time they're going to go crazy over this is if you let it run out of water. If I don't do that, this is plenty. Yeah. I'm reusing these because these are fairly new. These were new when I started this. I made the coops. Easy move. Alright, so now we've got the frame made. Now we've got to put the frame up. Get some screws through here. Let me go get some long screws. I'll put some screws in it this way, and then I'll come back and put the other screws in and take them out. Let me get some longer screws. Okay, it's a little heavy for her. I'm gonna have to do it a different way.
Do chickens have names? That we don't even know.
Huh?
Do chickens have names like this?
You never know. We could have names for each other. Okay, we in now, y'all. Got it in. Let's see. Gonna get a shot.
Come on in. I got the cam. Give me the cam.
We'll see. Back up. There it is. Let me see how y'all what y'all seeing. There it is. Yeah, so that's gonna be pretty good. So
Just deliver it.
yeah, that's coming out. But anyway, now I got to hook that wire, the water line to it. Now that's what I'm gonna do right now. Filling up. Filling all the water. So now we finished with that part. Now I got to start taking this wall down.
So we get to get in this one, right?
Yeah, probably so. All right, so we got the water line in and it's done. Let me give y'all one more shot on that. And there they are. And you got to keep them up high for them. They got to reach over and get it. But if you go any lower, I even find that even at that height, sometimes they get trash in it. When they kick, sometimes they kick so much that it gets in it sometimes. But the higher you go, the less junk you get in it, you know. So anyway. All right, so what we got to do next, we got to get in here. I'm going to start trying to take this wall down in the middle. I got to look at it first, figure out the best way to do this. Let me see. Let's see what we got. All right, so.
You got it all the way down to.
see if I can knock any of this. All right, so I got the wall open, and let me show you real quick. We got to take a break. It is hot in here, and but there you have it. I got the wire out. You know, I got a section at the top I got to take out. I get it, and a little bit over there. I'll get all that. That could be nothing actually. So the hardest part's over with. Now I got more room to kind of move around in. All right, bud. Okay, yo guys, I got it open. They happy in here. I still got the top to do. Man, if I never get to it, it's fine because they got access to the whole thing now. But hey, anyway, I hope you learned something today with maybe some of the tools I was showing you about that maybe that could help you out on the on your homestead or on your farm. Sometimes it's just not worth doing it with the you know, the regular little hand tools, you know, and you think you might be saving some money because you don't want to buy a compressor and a air hose and a staple gun, but I'm gonna tell you, man, on the time that it saves, it's incredible. Now, another thing I would recommend, and again, I'm not endorsed by this or sponsored at all, but the Ryobi tubes, they're decent, okay? They're not the best out there, but they're decent, and you can get a lot for your money. But I also would recommend, if not, you know, not Ryobi, if you could spend more and get, you know, Milwaukee, something better, but a little small saw like this that runs on a battery. I use it a lot. Now, if I got to cut a lot of stuff, I break out my other saw, my bigger saw, and I just run the power. But for like, see, today I just had to cut a little bit. I had to cut. There ain't no sense in running a cord, breaking out the big one. It ain't no sense in doing all that when I could just grab this one real quick. Yeah, it takes a little bit longer, but not that bad compared to the time it would take to get, you know, to get all set up to use the saw just to make basically what I made, 1, 2, 3 cuts, you know. So anyway, just think about that. Hopefully, you know, it could help somebody here. Maybe they debating if they should go spend a little bit of money on something, a tool or something. I highly recommend tools, you know, I really do. And I guess because, you know, I did construction my whole life. I mean, you know, there's jobs I could have never done if I didn't have the right tools. But when you're homesteading and farming, you need tools, but you need to learn how to pick the right ones. So you don't have to. I got a lizard up here chasing flies. It was funny. I thought he had caught one the way he was moving. So anyway, I'm getting rain clouds coming on us, and I got to go cover up my golf cart out in front. I've been picking up tools, but I had a pretty good day. I mean, it was hot. I took some breaks, stayed inside for a little while when it was really hot. I just came out, picked up everything. I still got some cleaning up to do back there, but what I need to do is get the my golf cart covered up at least so it don't get rained on. So okay guys, y'all be blessed. Okay, see y'all in the next video.